Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.
Got a great honor today. We're just about to interview the band Jet from Australia. They sold over 1 million records. Are You Gonna Be My Girl and Cold Hearted Bitch being two huge singles that they've released. Just about to release their new album in August of 2009 called Shaka Rock. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet. All right, I'm Dixon Christie here from PunkTV.ca. We're up at the Soho Grand Penthouse Suite. It's absolutely pimping. We're here with Chris and Nick. How you guys doing?
We're good, man.
Good.
We call it the Bono Suite.
Bono would stay here and probably find this quite comfortable, I think.
Probably like flying fox it down to the Rogers Arena or whatever that is down there.
Is this like the standard that you guys have come accustomed to? Is this?
No, we're staying at the Backpackers down the road. We're just here for this.
It's a show.
Rented it out for an hour.
I don't even think we're paying for it.
All right, so what do you guys think of Toronto? First of all, welcome to Canada.
Thank you.
How is Toronto for you guys? Does it feel like Australia at all?
To be honest, we've just been saying this all day. We've been here many, many times now, of course, but it's got some strikingly similar vibe to it than specifically Melbourne, where we're from. So it's kind of like going all this way. It's it's not that different.
Yeah.
The humor is really similar. Like, I find I laugh a lot more while I'm here than when I'm in America. And as you were saying before, we all just love to take piss out of the Americans. So
It's absolutely true. I'm just wondering, is there a lot of pressure on you guys to release this new Shaka Rock? Have you just decided we're going to take as much time as we want to work on this album?
To be honest, I think this is the least amount of pressure we've ever felt. And, there was, we felt enormous pressure on the second one, almost suffocatingly, and obviously, well, not obviously, but we lost our father just right before that as well. So, and we've been through so much now. This feels like this is easy now,
yeah, pretty much. I don't really have much to add to that other than we've gone through the shitstorm now. So that's just and everything's changed for us. And we started again with a new label with EMI, and we're sort of in partnership with them and our own record label, and also 511 Music and stuff. So we just sort of got a lot of the control back, and it's just really free now. So we don't hate each other anymore. There was a little while back there where we go,
Speak for yourself.
yeah. So it's much easier.
What is the writing process for you guys?
Well, there's 3 writers, and it's changing all the time, like contribution-wise and how it works. And sometimes a complete song will come in, and we'll just decide what pair of pants to put on it. And sometimes someone will bring in a few pieces, and we'll Frankenstein it.
Sometimes no pants at all. Why? Why not? A la carte.
So Shaka Rock is coming out August of this year, 2009. We've heard some of it on the website, and you guys have leaked a couple tracks onto MySpace. How would you guys describe this evolution of sound? Or was it important for you guys to change the sound from to evolve as a band? Is that important to you guys at all?
Well, I think first of all, we're always changing, and your tastes change, and you accept new ideas and you disregard old ones, and we're always evolving. So if the music is an honest reflection of us, then it's going to change too. So I think this album is the most unique bit of work we've ever done, and it's the first time all of us have contributed equally as well. So it's which makes it more what's the word?
Eclectic.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
The thing that I wanted to say was that I noticed if kids have only heard Are You Gonna Be My Girl and Cold Hearted Bitch, they really have only scratched the surface of Jet.
Yep. They've only had a sniff.
They've only had a sniff. Look what you've done to me, for example, is a completely different sound for you guys. And so how do you guys go into the recording process? Are you trying to go back and say, well, we want to redo this or we want to do this, or is it
No, we don't really. I think thinking about music too much is the worst kind of selling out you can do, to be honest. Like, I really, I mean, for us anyway, because that really works for a lot of bands, you know, I'm sure, you know, to create some of the really kind of beautiful, luscious soundscapes and things that, like, bands like Radiohead and Noi and Shaka Rock and that kind of stuff takes sort of more thought. But what we do is just try and really wear our hearts on our sleeve and you know, you evolve, you know, with time, so it's just a natural progression for us. You know, we're listening to a lot of stuff on this record that we probably never were listening to 5 years ago, and you just sort of grow and evolve as a person. And you know, the hope would be that your band evolves too. You know, it's funny. It's a shame that, like, I think sometimes about, like, bands like the Stones and stuff, and when they started out, they had, like, you know, their first 3 albums or whatever, half of them were covers, and so, you know, they had a long time to sort of evolve as a band, but these days people want things so quickly, you know. But I think I agree with Nick in that it's really sort of a unique record and very eclectic, and it really takes you through a kind of journey. Each song is really a left turn from the one before it, and so people that have heard the record have been sort of mentioning that they love it for that reason, and that it's really very kind of, you know, interesting for the whole 12 songs, you know.
If you like turning left, you love this.
Yeah.
And I also read that you had complained that. Actually, have you ever heard of left drivers that can only? No, sorry, right drivers that only drive right.
Right.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there are people that have compulsive obsessive disorder, and they can only drive right. So they.
They're not going to like our record.
So they plan out these elaborate trips to get to wherever they're going. They can drive straight and drive right.
I just watched Zoolander the other day. That's what's on my mind.
That's your Zoolander, your Blue Steel.
Oh man, let's not talk about that. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, no, there was a funny press shot that we did once, and Nick had to, for some reason the camera just caught him. Like, he wasn't doing it deliberately. He was sucking on a cough drop in his throat. He was like, like that. And so every time a fan came up and went, "Can you sign this?" Nick was like, "Ah."
The very worst photo of you possible.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
One thing that was kind of on my mind, I got to talk to the guys from Dragon Force a couple of times, and you guys, they were on Guitar Hero, you guys were on Rock Band. What did that do for you guys as a band, having your song on that compilation with everybody?
I got no idea what
I mean, I think it's cool. It's like I think I agree with most people when they say that I think what Rock Band and Guitar Hero have done for a lot of bands is sort of, you know, a lot of young people who sort of missed that and came up in a generation of more like hip hop or, you know, any other kind of style. It's good. It's giving kids like almost like a rock and roll education in some ways, because it's like incorporating them or something. But I mean, I can tell you from a personal experience that it's harder to play our song on Rock Band than it is in real life. And also that, like, it was resulted in the worst photo of me being taken ever, because I was at what's that thing in Utah, the big film Sundance Film Festival, and they give away lots of free stuff. And I was walking through this room and it was like, "Here, try on this scarf, and here's a shirt." And I was wearing all this shit that I would never wear in a million years. And at the very end of the line, someone was like, "And here's guitar, Rock Band," or whatever. And then I was like, with this guitar, like the worst photo, you know, ever.
We're very vain, as you probably worked out.
Yeah, I'm getting that from you rock stars here in the penthouse suite of the Soho Grand. But the thing that struck me as really odd was, how does Rock Band break down those songs so there can be an easy, a medium, and a difficult way of playing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think, have you ever played it?
I played it, yeah.
Yeah, so if you play it on easy, it's almost ridiculously easy. You're playing like 1 out of 5 notes. Playing on medium, you're playing half the notes. And if you're playing on difficult, you're playing like half the notes, but it's like an interpretation of what the notes might be.
It's almost more like dancing, I think, playing Rock Band, because it's all just about color, coordination and color. It's closer, and when you've got the guitar in your hand, I actually think it's closer to drumming than I do a guitar playing.
Rock! Watch punktv.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.